cookie cutters, God gave you a nose to breathe with so you can keep your mouth shut. Welcome to the podcast. Take a seat.
I used that once as the intro song to one of the old workout videos I filmed for Jason like in 2012. I just don't know which one it is. You know, I used to do those goofy intros for his old workout vids.
Eastbound and Down was a good show on HBO. Did you ever see it? Kenny Powers, Danny McBride.
Never heard of her.
Hilarious. Very funny show. I think there's like 4 seasons to it. It's great.
Sounds like a good song from when I got on Dixie Highway. Eastbound and Down. If you get my drift.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start this podcast by reading a quick little article that was in the New York Post on December 11th. I don't know if you heard about this, Lenny. The title of the article is, China will pay you $86,000 to snitch on porn watchers and sharers.
What the fuck?
Surfing for smut in China just got quite a bit more, lucrative. The Chinese government is offering big payouts to people who snitch on porno. As of this month, the country's heavy-hitting anti-porn task force is offering up to the U.S. equivalent of $86,000 to anyone who reports on NSFW, not safe for work content. Chinese authorities have been using this tattletale tactic successfully, offering cash to ensure a cleaner internet since 2009. But this latest price... I'm not wearing my glasses, shit. But this latest price hike is serious, effectively doubling the reward to vigilantes according to Tech in Asia. And then the article goes on more. Isn't that crazy?
I never heard that. That is absurdly crazy because they're offering more money than, say, to capture a convicted killer or a fugitive on the run.
Yeah, no shit.
Bank robbery.
They're trying to outlaw porn in China, huh?
Well, you know what I would do? I would wax my carrot watching something on Pornhub, have my friend report me, and just split the money 50-50.
That's a good point.
Well, what happens to the person that gets reported, though?
I don't know.
Jail time?
It doesn't mention anything about criminality. It's just...
It's amazing, though, that communist countries are more moralistic than the religious countries or freedom of religion. Pakistan, which is a predominantly Muslim country, they're the highest per capita consumers of porn on earth, I recently discovered. And if I could add to that, and I'll agree with him, that can damage society. As a admitted porn addict, I mean, look what it does to me.
So what are people going to do? Like buy binoculars and telescopes and look out their window trying to catch people on porn and report them?
That's what communism does. And all you socialists, leftists, is that what you want in this country?
Close your blinds.
It's coming. You can't do shit anymore.
But it can damage. It's very damaging to relationships. And I can tell you 3 reasons why. Number 1, it'll never live up to the excitement of multiple fantasies. Mm-hmm. Number 2, it causes you to progress. When you jerk off. Did you ever notice sometimes you see something bizarre and it really gets you going, or you see something different, like a different girl, and for some reason you get really hard, you nut real quick, and you think to yourself, why did I just do that? Because your brain needs, it's like a drug, very similar to heroin. You need additional stimulation. You get desensitized. And the scary thing is, for some people, it leads down to the road of looking at animals, looking at children, extreme violence. And people can't control these desires, and they see the rate of, look at I don't know if they have serial killers in China. I've never heard of it, but it's quite rampant, over in the Eastern Europe right now. Even in this country, there's many people locked up that have a sexual bloodlust, such as Ted Bundy. He was right, too. When he made that statement the night before he was executed, pornography caused him to do that. And it's here. I don't know if it's going anywhere, but maniacs, you have to look at yourself and look at yourself how it's progressed. Your desires have changed, and you're almost in a sexual lust where you're wanting more extreme. And that's where the thing with the trannies comes in. I didn't get that from the street. I got that from watching into adult theater in downtown Pittsburgh and being exposed to that. And then I turned the corner and they were on the streets.
So you just get tired of regular pussy?
No, I was just looking at, I'd have magazines hidden under like every kid does. I didn't have any cable TV. And we didn't have a VCR. We didn't allow it. My father was smart enough to know what they're used for primarily. But as soon as, he left the picture and I got kicked out, and wherever I lived, I I got a VCR and some tapes, and then it progressed from there to where this smartphone, I mean, it's 50-50. I look a lot of pornography in the morning, right, while I eat my breakfast.
He's such a pig. The minute he turns on his phone, the first thing that pops up is the last video he's watching. What do you fucking think it is? You're constantly on that shit.
And what is that doing to me?
Right.
I have to look at.
And then you see, like when you're watching it, you see hot women, mostly that you'll never fuck. So when you meet
I eat their ass.
When you meet an average chick,
I don't get off.
It's harder for you to get off on an average chick.
And that doesn't get off on me to fuck somebody. It gets off on me when I'm sitting on my face, when I'm sweating, when I'm being suffocated, humiliated. I mean, you heard what happened. That's a fly on the wall account. And I'll admit it. But they're onto something there, the commies. You have to, it's going to be the ruination of our society. What's everyone look after? The best high, the best intoxication, the best orgasm, the best nut. That's what people are being obsessed with, to the extent of, not wanting to have a family, which kind of...
And we've been told by numerous people that having an orgasm on meth is the best. Nothing like it.
It's scary. That's why I never want to touch that, because...
Because then you'll never want to... it'll be hard for you to get off being sober.
I don't know. Nate didn't seem like he had too many problems when I viewed that tape of his that he needs to release. So he made a good comeback.
You're not going to let that fucking go, huh? He's never going to let anybody see that.
Well, he probably shouldn't, but...
He probably should.
What he probably shouldn't have done is shown it to you.
Well, the Chinese will take it.
Well, he did that at the pool party when we were all fucked up. So he doesn't. He's surprised that you even remembered that.
Oh, I don't forget that. The professionalism. And I get off on the fact that she watched me get my cock injected with papaver.
Oh, with Memorial Day?
Yeah.
Twice, actually.
Yeah, it still didn't work.
It's crazy, man. So you want to tell us about your lovely weekend? Or what was
actually,
it? You went out two nights. The first night was Friday with Christian.
If I could interrupt, I saw on my phone the other day, it popped up that the FedEx driver, somebody hijacked him and took his truck right in Delray, right on Brad's old routes. And the first thing I thought was they were eyeing up Brad, but when they saw those 18-inch guns, which I measured today, 18 inches.
Why do you say measure? Can you say measure? Say measured.
Because that's an incorrect pronunciation.
Okay, Leonard.
Measured. They took a look at that and they went the hell out of there and went to some freaking spaghetti-armed cookie cutter and hijacked their truck.
Yeah, they fucking off of Southwest 15th.
Yeah, dragged them a little bit.
Yeah.
What if they tried to do that to you, Brad? What would you do?
They ended up in Pompano with half the packages missing.
What color were they, Brad?
I don't know.
We got to find out.
I don't know. It was in the hood, so I'm sure. Whatever.
Of course.
I mean, you got to do.
Was it worth it there for them?
Who wakes up one morning and say, Jamal, let's hijack a FedEx truck?
There's a lot of shit on there this time of year, man. A lot of stuff coming through. iPads. There's
dildos,
a lot.
Do they really think they're going to get away with it?
Yeah, exactly.
In this day and age.
Well, and what's funny, because the scanners have GPS, so the GPS knew where the truck was going.
In this day and age, between GPS, surveillance cameras,
but I think Brad's 18 inches deterred them.
Easy, Leonard.
That was a genuine 18-inch arm I measured, bigger than Jason's. By an inch.
That's not saying much.
Hey.
It's not anything to be fucking proud of.
That's pretty impressive. And when I touched them, I felt them, man. Those triceps and biceps were popping right out of there. I couldn't believe how hard it was.
Yeah, Jason was obsessed with the measuring tape today.
18 inches and hard, Brad.
He wouldn't let me measure his stomach, though.
Is that a Freudian slip?
Possibly.
He'd give you the Russian hammer.
Well,
you know what that is?
Yeah, when you fist fuck me with 18-inch arms.
The Russian hammer is when you take it and you beat him on the forehead with it.
Brad, you said him. Who have you beaten? Man,
I said her on the forehead.
You said him, and the maniacs heard it. That's a Freudian slip.
Maybe I did.
Beat him on the forehead with it.
Beat them on the forehead.
You said him.
So Lenny,
whatever, Leonard. I'm not a fucking homo like you.
When
asshole.
you comment on this,
nobody else is on your
let me know
level
what
with
you
that
heard.
shit. I don't give a fuck.
Tell us about your weekend with Mike Tits.
Oh, it was great.
Well, the first night, Friday night, was with Christian.
But that was just downtown Delray, right?
That was like nothing. A warm up. But Mike's dead set. He wanted to take me to that tranny club down in Pompano. So came to pick me up because our bad news, Lenny. Place is temporarily shut down for code enforcement violations. He was so dejected. And I was a little bit, but we end up going to Club Pink, which everyone's ever down here. It's on Powerline and Sample. 90% black girls in there, black waitresses with fishnets. Very good time. And I didn't spend a dime. Girl let me lick her armpits. She fingered my asshole. Everything I said to her, she threw it back double. She
licked your asshole. You don't have to spend any money?
No, she fingered it.
She fingered it.
She said she wanted to do the human centipede with me. As Sinto Mark saw the movie, it's like three people eating each other's ass at the same time.
It?
No.
Surprised you've
Great
never
movie.
seen that.
Well, anyway, she said she wanted to eat my asshole while I ate her friend's ass. So, I'll be there this weekend.
Why didn't you do it then?
I'll break that phone out.
Why didn't you do it then?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Well, what happened?
Very good.
Because you guys left and went to Diamond.
Yeah, we went to Diamond Dolls.
Why did you leave the first Pink?
Well, we were going to Diamond Dolls. Hey, I got fingered. I didn't pay a dime, so we'll be back. And we went to Diamond Dolls. We saw Terry at the Warlord Sapinski, and I asked him if I could interview him. He said, sure, just not on the job. And he charged Mike $20 to come in. Mike was pissed because, he comes there all the time. $20 cover charge. You never heard anything like that.
Well, Warlord doesn't like Mike, right?
He does.
Oh, he does.
But when the Warlord talks, like I said, hey, good to see you, Terry. He goes, it's been a long time. And then I came back to him. I showed him my gut. I said, Terry, how come I have this? He says, you're shooting GH and insulin. He goes, I never did that stuff. He says, all I did was a little test and a little deca. So, yeah, right. Just a little test. And you bench 500 for 19. Google it. 330 pounds of muscle. Just a little test and a little deca. But we had a great time.
He's as tall as you, right?
Yeah, I thought he was taller, but no, he's as tall as me. I think he had some back surgeries like Hulk Hogan did.
Isn't that 500 for 19 fake?
I think so. When I told him about that years ago, he looked at me, he said, what do you mean it's fake? Because I did a 650 max, but it doesn't correlate. I can see if you did a 700 max.
No.
Yeah. He was quite irritated.
Let's put it this way. Andrew Calora did a 650 max. Could he bench 519
No, he did it
times?
for 9.
No, okay, that's more realistic.
Yeah. And I remember calling Terry the Warlord when Andrew did his first contest. He benched 550. And I said, hey, Terry, guess what? Andrew Calora benched 550. First thing he said was, that's good for Andrew. He's got short arms. He was pissed. But, I met a 6'3", 215-pound Dominican. Gorgeous. I actually sent Brad a picture.
Was she a shortstop for the Mets?
Yeah, right.
We had a good time.
She was pretty, yeah.
Very pretty.
Is that the one you were licking her feet on when she was on the stage?
Yeah, yeah.
You saw her.
That's when I brought the camera over, and then they told me to shut it down. I was doing a live, and I apologized to the maniacs.
Was that the one in the live?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw it.
Yeah, they said shut it down, but I ended up spending a lot of time with her. I went in the back. We did our thing, and when we came out, I walked in a nice lineup of Colombian and Cuban girls just sitting right by the dance. They were waiting their turn to dance.
When's the next time you're going to this place?
Well, let me know. We'll all go down. And I opened my mouth and I walked by him and I gave him the sign to spit in my mouth. So when I walked by, 6 of them spit in my mouth and I held it. Then I swallowed it. And they loved it. I really got off on it.
And now you're going to get in a head cold. You wonder why.
I don't think so.
You're all stuffed. I've never heard you stuffed up before like that.
We'll see. Andrew's stuffed up too, so.
They all spit in your mouth.
I woke up at 2
Did they all at least have nice breath?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as nice as me, but like I said, they looked at me.
Not as nice as you. Didn't you just get out of rimming that fucking Dominican in the back?
Yeah, she was a little salty, as well as her underarms were, but she loved it.
What part of her was salty? The armpit or the...
Both.
Well, the armpit's sweating, so...
Yeah, don't you taste like deodorant?
No. A little salty, but good. That's how you get a girl to really like you.
Yeah, but you think it's a good idea to just start sucking on a stripper's feet?
Yeah, really, I enjoy
and then
it.
licking her asshole?
Oh, and the best part was
It's just...
a bunch of, male and female had rented out a booth, and they had a bunch of liquor there and stuff.
Bottle service, yeah.
So I went up to the one girl. There was 2 guys and 3 girls. I looked at the girl. I said, can I sit there? She goes, sure. And I started massaging her lower back. It was really sweaty. And then this girl with a gigantic ass, I says, can I get a dance? Just assuming she might have been a dancer, which she wasn't. I knew it. So she got on me and rode the hell out of me. And then sitting there, didn't have the balls to even look at me.
So you went over there and moved in on their women.
I moved right in. And just really grinded her. The place was packed. Everyone's laughing. It was very entertaining.
I'm sure it was.
One of the security guards came up and said, they rented that table out. I said, yeah, I like it. It's cool. And he says, I really think you should go. I said, well, they invited me over here. So he walked away. But she rode me like a bucking bronco.
No shit.
She was big, too. Really fat, big ass. And the bunch of didn't even look.
Did you take some of their drinks, too?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I had quite a bit to drink. Like I said, January 1st, all that stuff stops. But what you should do, so you can...
What do you mean January?
That's the bulk cycle.
So you're going to be cookie cutter New Year's resolution ass.
No, it's size cycle, Brad. I got the Ruby. So you cookie cutter resolution. I don't use those terms.
All right, good.
Just like I don't use...
Just making sure.
I don't use that other term, too, that somebody attributed to me. I don't use those terms.
What's that?
Those cookie cutter terms. Mr. Ugly Sweater Party. And I watched some football games this weekend, the Dolphins-Steeler games, and I saw commercials with people with ugly sweatshirt parties. So you did not invent that, Brad. And I'm appalled
shit, I didn't
at you.
fucking invent it.
And I'm appalled at Little Mike.
Listen,
my training partner, that he was going to one tonight. I'm appalled.
Sometimes you got to make sacrifices when you're in a relationship, Leonard. That's just the way it goes. Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me while I go, Ralph.
An ugly sweater.
What if your significant
sweater Christmas party?
What if your significant other wants to see you with another man? You're going to make a sacrifice?
No, that's what I'm saying. Little shit, who cares?
But it will make me so happy.
Little shit? That's 3 hours of stupidity. I could think of a million things to do. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, a Hoover Dam's one thing, but an ugly sweater party?
You're not wrong. But we go to this Christmas party for these people every year. This is just the first year they did the ugly sweater.
Cookie cutter people. I'd go, if I went one time, first of all, I wouldn't wear the sweater. Second, that's the last time I see those cookie cutters. Brad, they're cookie cutters. There's evil, warped people, just sheep, following the lead, following the crowd. Whatever they hear, every little so-called trend, they jump on it.
Hey.
When they have a national television commercial, I'm
not disagreeing with you at all. I did not want to.
Good.
But,
hopefully you won't never go again.
The day before the party, I told Brad it's too bad he doesn't have like a sweater with Dale Chance on it or something he could wear. And if we had more time, we would have had one made up for him to wear.
Dale holding Rudolph's head.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about a Dale Chance party?
What would happen at a Dale Chance party?
Fucking everyone sit around and eat food and inject themselves. And have hookers giving you lap dances. How about that? We'll start that. At least nobody else does it. They may do it on Chance Estate, unbeknownst to us, but I'm all for that.
It's like the Memorial Day party.
Dale Chance party.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wherever the girls ride you and say, yeah, buddy. And a sexy voice, of course. Dale's voice is enough to give me limp dick for the rest of my life.
Oh, man.
Well, I got a gift from an unknown troll. Let's see.
Hold on.
It's a big package.
Let me do a quick little.
I'm going to open it right now. We'll see what it is. I got a chocolate dick in the mail the other day.
Yeah.
That actually, it melted in Brad's car. It turned it from a chocolate dick to a chocolate piece of shit. So I think I'm going to take it down to Club Pink and tell the girl to put it in her ass and feed me with it.
Yeah, there were somebody sent a chocolate dick to Leonard in the mail the other day, and since it was in my car, I didn't know what it was, so I left it in my car for a couple of days. He opened it; it looked like fucking diarrhea.
Brad, I'm not so sure you left it in her car. I think you stuck it where the sun didn't shine, and that's why it was.
That's
so
right.
mangled.
That's what I did, and then I fucking put it right back in the box for you. Now we're opening this shit from a troll.
How much would you pay me to eat
Open
it?
that the fuck up. Shut
How
your
much
mouth.
would you pay me to eat it, Brad?
Look at this stupid shit.
Would you like a knife or scissors, Lenny? Jesus.
A what?
A knife or scissors?
What are scissors? That's for people that are so fucking weak.
That's what you do with your fucking tranny boyfriend. Scissoring. You fuck each other's asshole.
God, I haven't done that in a long time. That's a good idea. I used to do that with a black girl. We used to scissor each other. That's a good idea.
Jesus Christ. For people listening, Leonard's just
Oh my God.
annihilating this box.
This looks like a very expensive gift. You guys ain't gonna believe it.
Just open the fucking thing already. Jesus Christ.
My goodness.
How long does it take you to open a fucking box?
You guys, we're gonna keep it here Sunday. Holy shit.
What is it?
It's another box.
Well, the secret's on there. I want you guys to...
Lenny, take the tape. See the tape? Or you can do it the caveman way.
The fucking mongoloid that he is.
Jeez.
You're as bad as Jason. Why don't you use your teeth too, you asshole?
Lenny, just peel the tape. That's all you...
Whoa.
All right,
What
what
is
the
it?
fuck is that?
This is nice.
Brad, what is it? Jesus, you're going to tear a
It's
bicep
a nice
opening
piece
that
of
thing.
electronic equipment. It's a computer.
No.
Fuck out of here.
Wow.
Thank you to whoever sent
This is an expensive gift. Is there any return address? Wow.
What the fuck? A Dell laptop, Leonard. Oh my God.
Look at the password says. Well, I better not show them.
Yeah, I'm not recording it.
You guys can look.
You have all the cables in there, power wire, everything?
Yeah, because your laptop got stolen out of the locker.
I think they tried. You know what I think? When they sent that registered letter, I think
Pick up your microphone.
I think that registered letter that I stupidly ignored. I think that's what it was when they were trying to send it to me. I think somebody grabbed it. Probably somebody that liked me. Probably my manager.
You had a lot of shit on that laptop?
What do you mean?
Like your personal information?
Tons of back page shit.
Well, whoever sent this, I hope it pre-installed some antivirus software.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is there a note in here?
Norton, Kaspersky, you name it.
Wow, man. That's
that's nice.
Merry Christmas to you, Leonard.
That's like a $500 value. Thanks.
Easy.
I don't deserve it, but whoever it is there a return address on there?
I don't know. Where's the box?
It's on there. We'll look it up
Hopefully
after.
I can find out who sent it. I don't see anything. Very grateful. I mean,
that's great, man.
Yeah.
You twitching like crazy.
Tell Jason someone sent you that. Chap his ass real good.
Well, thank you, whoever it is. It's sent to me for a reason. Hopefully I put it to good use.
Make sure there is, like Andrew said, an antivirus on there.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It protects your computer from viruses.
I need protection from viruses first.
Shit. Right on, man. That's fucking great.
Good stuff.
Thanks a lot, maniacs.
That's the best Christmas gift you got in a while, huh?
Yeah, ever. Ever.
That's cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. It's not too big either. That's perfect. What are you looking for? Yeah, just make sure it all stays there. Yeah.
I'm just so touched. I don't know what to say.
Great. Get to work.
I will.
That's going to help out. Then you can learn how to do shit on there.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Sooner the better. I'm just so touched. I don't know what to say.
That's a fucking serious gift.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Great.
Well, thank you to whoever sent that. Good shit. Getting spoiled, man.
Watch, it's really a bomb. You plug it in. Boom.
Boom. Actually, it'd be a great gift. Boom. Here comes Christina. She'll pick up all the pieces and fuse them back together. Spiritual pieces. Maybe it is.
That's why people message me all the time about he's going to die. And I try to tell them, you don't give a shit about dying.
You want to die. The sooner the better. Just don't do it yourself.
The sooner the better.
Yes.
Okay, Leonard.
I've heard people have actually come to me and said that, you wait till you're dead. You don't know what you're missing.
Who said that to you?
People that I've known that have passed on.
What?
Yeah.
Meaning what? They died and came back to life? What do you mean?
No, they just spoke to me and said that you don't know what you're missing.
Oh,
if you had any idea.
You've spoken to spirits.
If you could call it that. I don't know. Spirit
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
They've actually come back and
we're going in a whole new direction here with Lenny. Go on.
Boy, you're in for a treat.
When does this happen? At home? At night?
I would say maybe if I were to guess, I would say when I'm dreaming. But then again, I was conscious. And
you sure? How do you know you weren't asleep and it was just a dream that seemed real?
It may have been. And then again, there's times where it came to me distinctly, where I vaguely see a face, but I hear.
Because I've had shit happen to me while I was asleep or thought I was asleep that I would have swore was real and actually happened, and it didn't.
Wow.
Now, I'll tell you one story in particular. When I first, you know what sleep paralysis is?
Yes.
I'll have maybe, I'd say, 2 episodes a year of severe sleep paralysis.
That's scary.
It's frightening. You feel like there's someone on top of you. And the first time it ever happened to me, I had just moved down to Florida, middle of the night, and I woke up and I couldn't move. There was someone on top of me, or so I thought. I had that sensation of someone being in my room, laying on top of me. I couldn't move. I couldn't break the paralysis no matter how hard I tried. I finally broke the paralysis, and I was 100% convinced there was someone in my house and had run out of my bedroom. So I went into my closet. I got my Glock 40. I loaded 1 round in the chamber, and I walked around my whole house, turning light on, looking for the perpetrator who had just held me down. Couldn't find him, put the gun away, went back to sleep. I woke up in the morning, I checked my gun, there was no bullet in the chamber. Didn't really happen. But I was 100%, I was totally convinced it really happened.
Jesus.
No bullet in the chamber of my gun. I couldn't believe it.
That's weird how the mind works.
So what you might perceive as something that really happened could have been in some kind of dream state or semi-conscious state where you're so convinced it's real and it's not.
Like I said, we'll find out when that happens.
I had very vivid dreams when I took that trend last year.
Yeah, remember, you used to tell me that.
Yeah, very.
Were they good, bad, or scary?
Yeah, good. Not really scary.
Yeah, I'd like it, more studies done, like research studies of what actually that does to the brain. That thing trends on another class by itself.
Leonard's like that kid with Sixth Sense. I see dead people.
Can you tell us one of those stories where you have been communicating with someone on the other side?
Yes, a girl I went to high school with, she passed away. She had a brain aneurysm, and
How long ago she died?
This is 1986. Okay. And she actually jerked me off, one of the first people to ever do that, behind the stairs at high school.
And then she died.
Yeah, a couple weeks later. And she said...
Did she? She died a couple weeks after that?
Yeah. She said...
Death by hand job.
A brain aneurysm?
She said, when are you coming to see me? She says, you won't believe. She says, you're not going to believe it. You have no idea what this is like. You have no idea.
How long ago was this?
Within the last 5 years.
And only happened once with her?
Yes. You have no idea. And I was like, I was so happy. It's like, woke up and this is great. Nothing to worry, never fear. Nothing to ever worry about. And of course, you know, I have to thank Christina. She's the only one that ever took the hate out of me. I had hate in me for real. I really hated certain people, certain, you know, races. But
Christina has taught you to love everybody?
Just by looking and listening to her, I understand how, like I'll say it again, hate comes from fear. If you block the fear, there is no hate.
Okay, Yoda.
Yoda is a very wise man. Look how ugly and feeble he was. But he didn't have any fear and any hate. Greatest saying of all. There is no try. I'm going to try. Oh, he's trying. People tell you, well, at least he tried. That doesn't mean jack shit.
Do or do not.
Yes.
Yep.
What a genius. Now that... in this current Star Wars, I bet they don't say anything like that. They'll say something like, "Oh,
everything's got to be PC." Now there's the girl is the fucking hero.
Yeah.
The you know.
And now the worst, I almost puked. I had a flash on my phone screen that I forget her name. New England's wide receiver in the midst of a playoff run.
Josh Gordon, yeah.
Josh Gordon's taking time off for his mental health.
No, I think he got popped again. I think he got failed another drug test.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
They said when he was in college, he was making $10,000 a week selling, or $10,000 a month selling weed.
Damn.
But who knows?
Weed's another story. I'm still doing my research. I'm still researching it. Although I do have a CBD oil that's infused with melatonin. And it's actually a nice nutty taste. That is giving me the combination of the greatest dreams.
Yeah, I was about to Freudian slip there.
Functional nuts, Brad.
Not your fucking smashed dog balls.
No, not a 55-year-old taking estrogen ruin it for me. That's why I don't go there. One of the many reasons I don't go back there. When I come by, I get no protein for all that fucking...
Ew. Okay. Subject change.
Sound like a little teenage girl, Brad. Ew.
That's exactly how I did it. Ew.
Well, you go to your sweater parties.
Ask Lenny how good would Willie Stargell look in a wig and dress. Who's that?
Baseball player.
Ex-Pittsburgh Pirate. He died. He probably wore a few. His wife... I met as a child because she used to go to my grandmother's doctor's office. My grandmother was a receptionist, and I'd sit behind the counter as a kid, and I remember she came in with all her jewelry and stuff.
They said...
I love the DMs I get as soon as you announce we're doing a podcast.
Oh, I know.
ZC only. Woo! It podcast. It's great.
Yeah, you got to be careful since we don't know where this laptop came from. What the fuck is on it? Maybe they installed something to record you as soon as you open it up, so be careful.
Actually, that's a good point. You don't know what could be pre-installed on there. Files.
Set you up.
Mm-hmm. I can have Matt check it out if you want. Have my buddy take a look at it.
Hopefully the person that sent it will message us. We'll find out. Soon enough, Leonard. Lou commented on this. Said they're trying to drag you down, Lenny, back to porn addict in full effect. 10s all day. It's actually easier to get on your phone than it is on this.
Yeah. The phone scares me. Of course, when I had the girl at Club Pink tell me she was looking at stuff, for the past 10 years, since she was like 8 years old, that explains it. I'm telling you, that's have a detrimental effect on society. And when the Chinese come and take it over, which I unfortunately predicted years ago, guess what? They're going to do it real quick. When you're in a work camp, believe me, you'll be without all your drugs and your weed and your porno. And then what are you going to do?
Go out and actually get laid by a fucking human being.
All right. I have an incoming message for you, Lenny, on Instagram. This guy has broken your balls in the past. He's typing a message right now. I'll wait on it.
Oh, he has? Really?
Tyron Jamal something.
Somebody messaged that there was a letter in the box for you. Did you see anything in there? Of course not.
Yeah, there it is. I hope I heard on your podcast you began your own channel and possible live streams with your fans. Perhaps what is in the box will help you along the way. I'm pretty sure by day 3 it'll be filled with jizz and viruses for looking up at tranny porn. I know you don't believe in Christmas, but see this as a gift from the maniac universe. Thank you very much. I like how you put the Merry Christ ments. That's a positive sign.
Merry Christ ments.
With Christ being the ultimate non-cookie cutter in history.
Instead of Christmas, it's Chris Ments.
Sure, why not?
So when you start your Patreon and your YouTube channel, you're ready to go.
Yes, I will, yeah. Of course, I'm going to need an attachment for when I go on the bicycle when I'm on public. But I'll give it to you guys all my entire life. It'll be put out there.
Nate gave me a bunch of attachments for that GoPro. I'll give you.
Well, thanks.
I'll show you how to use them. There's actually one that you strap to your head.
Good.
Would you use that? Because you don't wear hats or nothing.
I'll strap that to the head, sure.
Yeah, it's about time you learn how to use all this shit.
Correct.
You can figure it out. If Jason can fucking do it, you can do it.
Jason's on another level. He's got brilliance in certain areas. He blows my mind. Unfortunately, and some of you guys know, I overheard the phone conversation between him and his mother. It's very heartbreaking.
Oh, it was bad tonight. She called while we were in the gym, and he put her on fucking speaker. Oh.
Jason took some almonds or something that was meant as a gift for somebody.
Wait, he did what?
He went over to his mother's house and grabbed some almonds, some healthy fats. I guess it was a gift for one of her friends.
Yeah, it was a gift for somebody. But he ate them all.
The phone call ended with Jason's mother telling him, "You're a piece of shit."
No.
And
I've heard her say fucked up shit to him.
And I've never been called up by my mother.
Usually she won't curse at him like that. It's done in a much more kind of cunning, way where she'll make herself sound like she's the one being abused.
She's the victim,
and victimized.
Jason brushed it off real well. So.
She'll push his buttons intentionally, causing him to lash out at her. And then she'll say, you see the way he treats me?
I witnessed it in the parking garage when they came over I think it was for July 4th. Fucking screaming at each other. Mm. She's yelling at him, and then she's like, "You're a dickhead." He's like, "You're a dickhead." And then she saw me standing there, and she's just like, I think she didn't expect me to hear all that shit.
I couldn't imagine calling my mother that or her calling me that.
Yeah, it's bad.
And if she did that when he was a young age, that's not good for him. But obviously Jason overcame it, so what the hell?
Yeah. It goes both ways with them. They're mutually abusive.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but I don't think she didn't know he put her on speaker in the gym either. Because if she knew that she was on speaker, she wouldn't have said that.
But I mean, put yourself in her position. Imagine where you have your son come over to your house and just takes things.
Yeah. Eats whatever he wants.
Yeah. I've seen him do it. Probably wrapped, yeah.
There was one funny thing I filmed when we used to do the cooking videos where he went in the fridge and he ate like half of the food that she was going to prepare for the cooking video. And he's laughing. I forget what did he say? It's an old video clip that I uploaded to Instagram. I can't remember what he said.
Well, I told him, "You're trying to be a freak. I said, go in there and take the food. Who's she going to give it to? Some fucking 90-pound wimp that's not even training? Some vegan or something like that. Fuck him." I said, "Go in there and clean house. You try to get big. Do what you got to do to get big."
He's like, "She's such
you
a
only
bitch.
live once."
I fucking hate her. She's such a bitch.
You're helping him, supporting him to get to the top.
Did he call you up the other day and rant about PJ? Remember? Did you see when Jason posted that screenshot of PJ saying, "Jason, you're fat.
All you're doing is getting fatter," right?
Right.
Which she's not wrong. I mean,
Jason called me up at work. That motherfucker! I fucking hate him. That fucking piece. I'm like, what? What do you? And he sent me the screenshot. I'm like, Jason, is he wrong? I mean, he's just giving you his opinion. No, I'm gonna order 66. I'm gonna order 66. I'm like, Jason, don't. I'm like, just let it go. Who cares? Not that big of a deal, man. I haven't heard him that angry in a long time.
Yeah. He called me. I told him. I said, he's right. Fuck you too. Hung up.
Whoa.
I say that shit to him every day, What the fuck? He knows.
All right. All right, Lenny, do you want a question?
Absolutely.
It's Jamal Jordan, Cali Muscle's friend here. This is the guy who said he was either his cellmate or his CO. I don't remember what. Can you tell Big Lenny, does he remember getting beat up by my 6'2", 140-pound homie, Toby Flanderson, in a street fight in 2003 in Delray Beach? He told me you were harassing a group of girls, so he confronted you. He tried to reason with you, but you grabbed him and tried to take him down. Luckily, Toby was a blue belt in jiu-jitsu and a state wrestler and choked you out in 30 seconds with a guillotine. You then proceeded to shit your pants. This is all third hand. Unless he was there, you then proceeded to shit your pants, and a lifeguard had to perform CPR on you. You were apparently hyperventilating and in need of medical assistance. I just laugh at the fact your beach muscles proved to be useless. With that said, I'll spare you a beatdown, kid. Just don't run your mouth about Cali muscle or else. Understood?
Wow. Any truth to that story?
Totally absurd.
So that never happened? It did, didn't it? It did.
It's almost funny.
It did happen, didn't it?
Yeah, I was 400 pounds at the time, and a fucking 140-pounder choked me out.
Choked you unconscious?
Yeah, with my 24-inch neck, 25-inch neck, yeah, at the time. 2003.
No shit.
Did that really happen? Why are you laughing?
It happened about as much as you licking a girl's asshole.
Oh, okay. All right, good. What do you think of that statement?
I think it's another coward, immature, that doesn't have anything better to do.
Toby Flanderson.
Oh, please.
You ever hear about anybody named Toby Flanderson?
Toby from the movie Roots.
All right, then. I forgot to give Felipe from Orlando. We went to his restaurant and we were up there.
Yeah.
The new restaurant is called Barley and Hops. So everybody in the Orlando area, that's in Windermere. Windermere Tavern, Barley and Hops. Go see Felipe. Give them a shout out.
Ben Stein.
Jack Stein lives right next door. You see Jason posted a fucking needle today on his goddamn Instagram story?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, of course. Showing off that fucking loaded syringe. He's got like fucking 3 cc's in there, man.
Yeah,
and
it looks
a nice
dark.
fat air bubble in there,
I think
too.
there's some trend in there.
Look at that fucking air bubble. His arm looked fucked up today, too, where he injected. Did you see that?
Wow.
You saw that, right?
Jason's not playing around this year.
Oh, man. He needs adult supervision 24/7. I don't care what anybody says. Rip Saul. Oh, my God. Lenny, you sexy stud, get off the gas.
I'm off the gas.
How do you feel?
Feel. What's that supposed to mean? How do I feel?
Oh, my fucking God. With your hands, right?
Not with my tongue.
All right. Prince Andrew or Brad, can you ask Lenny his opinion on MK677 and which one is more effective, the pills or liquid form? And how long should someone be on it?
You can be on it a good 6 months to a year, long term.
Straight?
Sure.
I thought you were supposed to take it for like 4 weeks at a time.
No, you could go further.
No shit.
I've heard some anecdotal reports it's more beneficial that way. It'll definitely keep you leaner.
And what about, you think the pills or the liquid are more effective?
They're about the same.
Yeah.
Highly recommend the product, though, if you want to get it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I
mean,
take that in.
Versus synthetic GH is pretty scarily close at a fraction of the price. And it's great for helping your appetite.
Oh, yeah. I'm hungry all the time when I take that shit. But I'm only doing it just for the month of December.
Hey, you got the 18-inch guns.
Guns. Now I need to get my calves to 18 inches.
Calves are genetics. Don't worry. Don't do what you can.
I can get them bigger. Just got to do more.
As long as they're strong and you have stability where you're not going to go popping a tendon.
Right. He said, happy for Lenny. Someone sent him such a nice and useful gift.
Thank you, yeah.
Hopefully a sign for the type of year 2019 will be.
Now all the nice things in my house come from this, I wouldn't call him a troll, I call him a maniac. The anonymous maniac, and of course, Jason Masterson.
Yeah,
with the lovely recliner, the lamp, 2 TVs.
They want you to kiss and make up with the bedroom crybaby.
There's nothing to make up. We're still on the same status quo.
So what do you have to do to end your guy's little...
He tried to call you, right?
I don't know. I don't check my messages.
Yeah, Leonard doesn't know how to check voicemail. So any of you maniacs out there that are calling Leonard's phone and leaving messages, don't bother. He doesn't listen to them. So what are we going to have to do to resolve this shit between you and Jay?
There's nothing between us.
So everything's good?
Good.
Well,
why don't you talk to him?
Ask me if everything...
He doesn't go back and forth with you like that.
Well, the cookie cutter terms, Brad.
Well, there's nothing between us can have a few different meanings.
Do you accept his apology for being a jerk-off?
For what? That's cookie cutter.
So you don't accept the apology?
Verbal. You ever hear the term, it's a cookie cutter term, but it's true? Bullshit talking is bullshit. I invented that term.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but the thing is, in Jay's mind, he was sticking up for you and defending you. That's the thing.
Oh, please.
In his mind, he was sticking up for you. So
that's why he was surprised you got so upset.
Correct.
You understand?
No, I don't.
You don't see where he's coming from?
In the process of sticking up for you.
From a lot of cookie cutter stuff.
He threw other people under the bus in the process of quote-unquote sticking up for you, which...
Yeah. I told him the other night because he really wants to speak to you again. And I told him.
You guys will speak again. Give me a break. You guys will be fine. You'll see each other.
I said, Jay, you can't just, life isn't like the Catholic Church where you go into fucking confession and you're absolved of all your fucking sins. Just because you say, because he pulled that shit where he's like, I said I'm sorry. It's not my problem anymore. No, that doesn't work. Shit doesn't work like that.
I agree with that.
You know.
How many times can you repeat the same bad behavior and not be held accountable for it?
Right, and just say, oh, well, since I apologize and I get drunk and black out, it's still no fucking excuse. I'm sorry. You know, you gotta be, like you said, sometimes you gotta be held accountable. And Leonard said, you don't want to talk to him until when?
I got preparations for the Ruby. I don't got time to talk. But I do got time to do some licking, if you get my drift.
Because I told Jay, I said, Leonard's not going to talk to you until you fight.
Well, that's a sporting event. That's what the maniacs want to see.
They want to see you two fat gorillas go at it?
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a short fucking video.
Dress like
30 seconds.
Dress them up like sumo wrestlers.
That's what I told Jay. We'll get you guys some big sumo diapers.
You know those big things that they blow up and you stand in it?
I don't know
what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like at halftime of like a basketball game, they'll have like people
or at a Chuck E. Cheese, the kids will put it on. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
On Chance Estate.
Yeah. Dale puts it on and beats the hell out of people with it. He has armor in there, knowing him.
So you and Jay going to throw blows? Neither of you can even throw a fucking punch.
That's your opinion.
I bet Jay can throw a punch, but after the
third one, I know Jay can throw a punch. That's why me and him, it's the ultimate no liability sporting event.
After the third or fourth punch, though, he'd be completely winded.
That's what I mean.
If he doesn't land one of those first 4 or 5 punches, he's going to be gasping for air.
You could set it up at Busybody West, I think. They got that little ring in there.
Yeah.
Just tell Jay to get a mouthpiece, too.
I'll get him one.
Huh?
I'll get him one.
And there you go, bully.
I'll still knock the tartar off his teeth, too, with that mouthpiece on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll give him a good teeth whitening.
Oh, boy. Maybe you, him, and Lou can have a 3-way.
Is that a Freudian slip, Brad?
No. We'll see. It's all bullshit talk. You know that.
I think I've been fed a lot of bullshit.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's not how I operate. Make up, speak to people. Is everything good? Are you okay? That's not how I operate.
Well, how do you operate, Leonard?
I don't use those cookie cutter terms for one.
Okay. And 2?
And everybody knows I have the utmost love for them. I actually love people more than me. You know, the old saying, love your neighbor as yourself. I love people more than I do myself.
It's very nice of you.
We just don't have that much to talk about this week, do we?
Yeah.
Good. Fun. Your adjectives, Brad, are just top notch.
All right, Leonard.
All right. Another cookie cutter term. What's that song? That stupid bunch of you-know-what jungle song where, who is that? Every little thing is going to be all right.
Bob Marley?
Yeah.
Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, Leonard. That's exactly what I'm telling you.
How about don't worry, be happy?
Yeah, who the hell invented, obviously some imbecile, you-know-what?
4 words. Don't worry, be happy. Ding, ding, ding.
What is the point?
Well, look at all the music. The music now is fucking horrible. You hear it in the gym. It's just... It's fucking incredible.
LA Fitness plays the same songs in the same exact order every morning.
One of Hamburg's favorite, the Post Malone garbage. Jackie Chan. Oh my God. That'll fucking make you want to throw yourself off a fucking building.
It isn't about how talented you are. It's about how marketable you are, at least in this day and age.
Yeah.
Your talent level is irrelevant. Are you or are you not marketable? And the more tattoos you have on the face and the more crazy colors you make your hair, that's the more marketable you are. And then, they can work with the lack of talent. They use auto-tune and Photoshop, whatever other crap they have to do to make you seem more talented than you are. But as long as you're marketable to these millennials...
It's not just millennials, it's the fucking kids now. I mean, what's a millennial? What's the age? Under 30?
I'd say that sounds
Is that
right.
what it falls under? I'd have to Google that.
Brad, how would your employer deal with you with face tattoos, honestly?
Do you know any postal workers who have face tattoos?
I don't know what you do. I don't care. It's not my business. I'm just wanting to know the policy.
No, they wouldn't care. As long as it's not something obscene.
What, like 69?
Right. Fucking guy. Can you believe that?
I wouldn't call him that.
He's going to be getting butt-fucked nice in jail pretty soon.
Yeah. Protective custody. He's the most protected.
He'll get PC. Yeah.
Most protected anus on this earth.
He'll fill out. Yeah. He'll fucking say somebody threatened him and they'll give him PC. Question for Lenny. Why do you feed Jason's delusional opinion of himself? The guy's a sack of shit, and there you are, telling him he smells like a rose.
Because it creates ments. That's why.
Well, the real reason I do it because he's a non-cookie cutter. And I believe better to be delusional, have delusions of grandeur, than have the negative thoughts. You know, that's even Arnold, when he was training biceps before he became big, he said he envisioned his biceps as mountains rather than flesh and blood. And if you shoot for the top, you will always exceed your expectations. Classic case. When I ever did a standing broad jump or I did the shot put, I always looked at something hundreds of yards down the field and said, that's where I'm going to end up. And I end up doing outstanding on both with very little practice. So that's always the route to take. And I've spoken to other individuals. One individual that I know real well who was told he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that, he couldn't do this. He ended up becoming a multimillionaire. And he's still being criticized by family and such for his business moves and friends. But he still goes through with it. So there's something to that, to believe it. And if you get a setback, get up there, get back again. I mean, if I didn't not play football my senior year, who knows? I could have got a D1 scholarship, but I let it go. People laughed at us, me and Andrew Calora, especially even Andrew. They told him, you was a bodybuilder? They laughed at him. When he went to the southern states, he was laughed at. But then a few years later, he won Mr. Florida.
Did he? What year?
2006, I believe. No, about 2006, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When they shows that picture of himself sitting on the couch at 320, you know, and he goes and wins Mr. Florida a couple years later. Simple as that, just to prove him wrong. And the kind of cardio he did, he was out on the I-95 in Boynton where that got that incline. He was running sprints up there in the middle of summer, 95-degree heat.
So people laughing at him fueled him.
Or saying no. I told a story about my father. On career, you had to write what do you want to do when you're an adult. He was in his
right. Yeah, you said that the teacher laughed at him.
He says, I was at their practice. It was big men. You play pro football? He laughed in his face. And my father came back and said, what do you think of that now? What do you think of that now, Dale?
Yeah, you know what? If a teacher did that nowadays to a kid, the teacher would get fucking fired.
But you know what? If the teacher doesn't say that, the kid's not motivated.
Correct.
You just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Back when they had the dunce caps, that made the other kids learn something. You think they put a dunce cap on you, put you in the corner now?
Oh, shit, no, man.
Because the imbecilic cookie-cutter liberals,
the SJWs,
just like with the girls, can't look at them wrong. They can turn you in. They can do false rape charges. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, you know, that whole Me Too movement is now starting to backfire on women. A lot of men will no longer hire women for upper management positions. They don't want to work with women because they're afraid of what might happen if they decide to.
Right, yeah, they come in one day and you say, you look great today. Oh, what's that supposed to?
That's right.
Oh, my boss just told me I look great. Like, fuck you.
Just
you can't
like
take a goddamn
the girl
compliment.
at the gym. She walked by Jason's
today.
camera. She walked by him. He didn't film her. She walked right by him and then she reported him to the front desk. And then the funny thing turned out, she actually was with two guys that had Jason do a commercial at the gym. And Jason got to smack her on the ass. Then she says, I'm used to it. I do porn.
Yeah.
But you imagine an ex...
And she went and reported him.
Wait, hold on. She does porn, but she got mad because Jason got her ass in the frame when he was filming.
Yes.
You're
Can you believe
kidding.
it?
You're fucking kidding.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
He did film.
Selective morality.
Yeah, no shit.
Holy shit.
She went and reported him, and then the guys that she were with just happened to know who Jason was, and they're like, holy shit. And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, and went back to the manager, and the manager's like, no, it's totally cool. No problem. So then they filmed this kid, I guess, was a Bang, you know, the Bang...
Bang Brothers?
No, Bang, or Bing, what is it called, that energy drink? Is it...
Bing.
Is it Bing or Bang?
Bing is the search engine.
I think it's Bang, the energy drink. They had that shit with them, and they wanted to do like a little skit with Jason where he slaps her on the ass and says, you want to bang.
Okay.
Which he totally fucking botched. I told them, I said, you can't do scripted shit with him. He's going to fuck it up. But go ahead and try it. It's funny.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then, you know, I guess I don't know if he rubbed her ass or what, but they're like, oh, sorry. She's like, I don't care. I've done porn. Like,
but she walked into our filming and she reported that.
Yeah.
Just like you said, Ian. What unbelievable.
But yeah, you're right. It's going to fucking backfire on
It's about time this country started putting women up like Mussolini did, where you get awards for having the most children, for being a housewife, and getting pins and ribbons.
And knitting sweaters.
No, but cooking good meals, taking care of the family.
Yeah.
And have a woman be taught in school, instead of being taught to do a man's job, they're being taught, to do man's work. And that's the only way to happiness, and it's not. That's why women are so miserable and so hateful.
And what's fucked up is it's always their word against yours, and they can just make shit up that didn't even fucking happen.
I'll say this right now.
And you get fucked.
I'll say it right now.
It's awful.
All three of us are going to have that happen to, where it's going to get serious at least once or twice in the rest of our life, and we're going to have to deal with it.
You've already had it happen to you.
What way?
Hasn't that shit happened? Didn't it happen to you at the hospital?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't even know who this woman is. They did an investigation. They put me under investigation, and I agreed to it, turned in my badge, wrote a statement, said I know anything about this, and some investigation, they don't even talk to me. The police? Could you imagine that? You know, they bring people in and try to play good cop, back up and get the dirt out of you, get you confess. Nobody spoke to me. What kind of investigation is that? And then lose my job after 28 years. Because I was told a woman
Wasn't comfortable working with you.
No, she didn't want me taking care of a patient, which I don't do. It's just so beyond bizarre.
Yeah, you didn't even take care of fucking patients.
It's beyond bizarre.
They need to keep hammering that fucking hospital with Yelp reviews and fucking emails.
Well, it's not isn't it the mother company and not the hospital?
No, it's the hospital.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
It's my company. Yeah, they offered me a transfer at the time.
Okay. I thought it was the parent company you were technically employed by, not the hospital.
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me because I was one of the top paid people. I'm a white guy.
Ding, ding, ding. Then why do you think they want to get rid of you?
Right, when they can hire somebody else to half the pay.
Trust me.
Actually, I see a kid in a uniform. I was riding the bus home today. I saw him a couple times.
Who?
Getting ready to work. And the kid I never saw before in the kitchen.
Yeah, he's probably getting $11 an hour.
11? How about $9?
There you go.
No benefits.
Yeah.
Got him coming in 2 o'clock, going home at 9, 3 days a week.
They probably started drooling when they realized they had an opportunity to let you go or quote unquote offer you a transfer.
Transfer. What'd that guy do to me? They might turn my fucking calls.
That was a place in West Palm, right?
Kaiser,
It was a school?
Kaiser University.
Okay.
And that guy just totally fucking blew you off.
So they did that to try to placate you, and then that
And he found out
guy,
how much I made. He lost it. He looked like I just said the worst thing. Putting a cross in front of a vampire. Got a look on his face.
yeah, after 28 years at the same place, you're going to make good money, you know?
It's not
Well,
really
rightly so. Yeah, it wasn't that fucking good.
Yeah.
For 28 years, you should have been making a lot
This
more money.
anonymous woman did it.
If you're getting a 2 or 3% raise every year,
Yeah.
Did you get that much every year? Nah.
2%. We stopped getting
Okay.
3, but
Yeah.
the more you
Still, it
make,
adds up.
2% is going to be higher than the $10.
it exponentially
If you're
gets
making
higher.
20, that's 40 cents.
Yeah.
Get rid of him now. He's still young. Real nice.
Unfucking believable.
Full benefits, free meals.
Out the fucking window.
But I'm going to get to I'm going to find out for sure.
All because of one fucking complaint.
Yeah, I got to follow back with my attorney and get the ball rolling on this.
Oh, because of one video that shouldn't have been up.
Yeah.
What can you do, man?
I thought I was going to be called back to work the next day. I should have known right then and there some kind of setup was going on.
No, you did not. When you called me that day, you said they took my badge, which pretty much means
Yeah.
I'm not going back.
You called it.
You knew it.
Yeah, you said it.
Yes, because another white guy got fired because he dropped a cafeteria pizza on the top of the garbage can, but there was like papers in it.
Who?
And he sold a Polish guy. He was in the 70s. He, in the cafeteria, one of the black employee females saw him do it. And she went and turned him in on her word alone. And our director was on vacation.
For dropping a pizza?
On a garbage can?
And he put it back in the oven, but it fell on papers.
Oh.
It didn't really fall, you know what I mean?
That is disgusting.
But, I told the story about they put, Haitian girls putting tuna fish in a big mixing bowl and mixing it up with their hands with no gloves on with rings. What's worse? She just uses a toilet. That fell on papers and paper towels. He put it back in the hot thing. He wasn't realize what he was doing.
Well, he didn't realize anyone was watching him, is more like it.
Right.
Correct.
What do they
But
say?
worse has been done, and you know what? They laugh at it, but they singled out a white guy, which is what they've been doing there the past 5 to 10 years. I've seen it happen. My God, every white guy they had, they got rid of. People, they're afraid to stop people from stealing. I saw a girl give a guy a bump and a grind, right in the kitchen, right in front. Nothing happened.
Probably because you didn't snitch.
No, the manager walks by. They're afraid of them. They're afraid of those types of workers because they're protected. I was told that by the lawyer.
Well, all you have to do is say wrongful termination suit or discrimination. Those are the magic words. No employer wants to hear those words.
Well, they are the magic words.
None of them.
Well, it's true in this case.
Discrimination, I guess a pansexual such as myself. Thanks for the term, Synthol Mark.
Pansexual?
Pansexual.
Interesting.
Do define what's a pansexual.
Brad has
Someone who fucks pans. I don't know what a pansexual is.
Person such as Leonard that likes transsexuals.
Right. Unbelievable.
It really is. It sucks.
It is. 28 years of sweat, 20 years of lifting. Something heavy to be lifted. Heavy kitchen equipment. Heavy this. Let's call Leonard. How many times?
And actually heavy corpses, too.
Yeah.
The 800 pounds.
Remember that story?
Right. That was great.
It busted open and started oozing out. It was disgusting. Liver disease. He had spots all over his face. Couldn't fit his fat carcass into the morgue. They used a freezer. And it was one of those 90-degree weeks in July. Let's get Leonard to do it.
Oh, my God.
But over hearsay and a troll and a liar on some grainy footage, happened without me knowing, off the job, you're gone. You don't even get spoken to. Some kind of investigation, huh? I want him gone. She corresponded with the supposedly art manager for my company up in Maryland, and she said, well, she wants you gone. I'm sorry.
Company Sodexo, right?
Yes, in Maryland.
LGBTQ.
That woman is up there in their corporate offices?
No.
Who made this? She's down here.
She's down here.
And they never told you who it was.
I was told a woman. She wants me gone.
Yeah, you got to get to the bottom of that. You got to get that lawyer on that shit.
Yeah.
It's close. It's coming up on a year.
It happened in May. 6 months. If not, I'll switch lawyers and get the lawyer that Brian Pompura procured for me. But hey, time to move on.
Oh, you have. Now you got to start something new.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Your Pittsburgh Steelers. Can you ask Leonard what's his heaviest confrontation he had with his father when they were ready to throw jabs, other than the table incident?
We had moved into a new house on 10th Street in Oakmont, and my father bought Therma twin windows for the house to improve the value. Plus, the windows were originals back when the house was built, probably in the 70s or 60s, or maybe even the 50s, and they just weren't working. So he installed new windows, and I forget what was said or whatever, but he charged me in the living room, knocked me down with a tackle. I came back, punched him in the face. Then he punched me in the face, knocked me down, and I went up to the window. I said, I'm going to kick this window right out. And my mother grabbed me at that point. My father started laughing at me. And
how old were you at the time?
17.
Okay.
And, I hit him again, and he just looked at me and started laughing, and I gave him a good shot in the face. So when I thought that, I said, I'm fucked, But my mother basically stood between me and him and grabbed him, and I went over to my grandmother's house to live. But,
So you didn't kick the window out?
No.
Well, she said you guys had a fist fight when he tore your comics and your baseball cards and all that shit up, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a few good shots in, but...
Didn't hurt him?
No.
Question for Andrew. Have you checked out? Seems you no longer have the passion to video or even do these podcasts. No, I haven't checked out at all. That thing I read a few weeks ago, people seem to think that was like my resignation letter from all this. So it wasn't at all. It was just sort of like, the president gives a State of the Union address. It was just like a State of the Misfits address. And just, I was genuinely asking the question, where are we going with all this? What are we doing? But no, I actually, I missed a few weeks from the gym with a fucked up shoulder. So I just started going back and I'll start doing some videos with Jason again whenever he's there. Because I did a video with Brad and Jason the other day. It was
very funny. It was
a lot of fun. Like
we had a good time.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So and I was like, I got to start doing this again. It was really good to be behind the camera having fun and just being my old usual princess self. And whenever the occasion is there to film.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good for me too because I need a fucking break sometimes.
I'll always film if the occasion is there, but the occasions are just not there that often these days. When two of us can do something, the other two can't, and then someone flakes, and then someone said they're going to be in town, they're not, and Lenny goes in the afternoon, I go in the mornings, and it's not as easy as it used to be. I know I've said this 1,000 times, but yeah, I definitely want to film if the occasion is there, and I've always said, like I said when I read that thing, if a month or two goes by without anything menty to film, so be it. But I'm not going to compromise the quality for quantity. I've never believed in doing that like so many of these other YouTubers do, where they have to get a video up once a day.
Right, and say their opinion on every little thing that goes on in the fitness community.
Yeah, no, I'm
like
not,
these fucking guys. I mean,
right,
how many videos did these guys put up about the bodybuilder in Thailand guy, Dan, the one who was in Colombia?
Oh, they milked that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I got questions for
make
you guys.
3 fucking videos.
Who's the worst offender on that? Andrew and Brad.
On what?
Sending the monotonous daily.
Jerry Ward's a big one. Blaha.
They post shit every.
I would probably have to say Jerry Ward. I don't dislike Jerry Ward. I'm just saying
I met him. Nice guy.
Yeah,
he was a nice guy.
Cookie cutter term.
He was thrilled to meet us. He was taking pictures with us. But let's be honest, he's just fucking. I can't even watch his videos, man. Like, his message gets lost in a stream of profanity. He should really sort of. I don't know why he feels the need to do that.
Yeah, the other day day I was telling Jason the video we did, I'm like, if you wonder why your channel, your videos get 4,000 views when they used to get 40,000, because you over fucking saturate.
Correct.
Man.
How many times has he taken a picture of himself in the LA Fitness mirrors?
Same shit over and over and over, man. It's like, you know, somebody asked the question too, Brad, how do you put up with Jason on a day-to-day basis? He's not in the gym every fucking day.
No.
You know, he films videos all over the place, but, you know, there's usually like 2 or 3 times a week he'll show up and want to film shit, but I don't compromise my workout for him. And these people are like, you don't have any fucking intensity. These guys have...
Yeah, I see those
you
comments.
see a 20-minute video. We're there for almost an hour and a half.
Right.
What do you think we're doing that other hour and fucking 10 minutes? We're actually lifting. We don't film every single fucking thing we do.
Intensity, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Well,
Leonard sees my workouts. I don't fuck around that much in there. In between sets, we'll film a little bit of shit. Sometimes during a set, but...
You can ask anyone who's come here and visited us and worked out with us in the gym. By the way, everyone, all maniacs around the world are more than invited to come. We love when you guys come and visit us and want to train with us. And they'll all say that Brad trains like a savage in the gym. The ones who have seen him lift in person. You can't just go by what you see in a 20-minute video.
Exactly.
Once a week.
They got zero intensity. You know, it's like, dude,
Brad trains like a beast.
Right. And I don't have intensity while Jason's film because he's filming and talking. It's, you know what I mean? But I get my workouts in, man.
They just want to see more.
Yeah, I guess.
I need to step up. I'll start filming more when I can, and I haven't checked out. Now, check out.
You're not allowed to check out.
I'm in this shit for life.
Right,
once you get in this, there's no getting out. I know that. It's no. But yeah, I guess
we filmed a little bit today with Jason, but it was we were all over the fucking place because I was doing different exercises, Lenny was doing different shit, and Jason was just fucking roaming around, taking his shirt off. He had a terrible workout today. He didn't do shit.
What else is new?
I mean, I've got him through some decent workouts lately, but
I can't remember the next time I film a video with him, I'm going to say everything I film has to be at least 12 reps because I can't remember the last time I've seen him do more than 10 reps in a set of anything. He'll do like 4 side raises. How many did you get, Jason?
7.
9.
Yeah.
Oh, you did 4.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares? Yeah. I'll make him work out next time. I told him next week I'll do a workout video with him.
See, I know why you boost him up because he does have potential. As sick as that sounds, he does because he can get big if he trained properly, had correct form, actually had a really good routine, ate, slept, properly. He would be a fucking monster. He would. He could definitely do it. He just doesn't his brain doesn't fucking, he's not wired that way. He's just not.
He also lost that fire for that a long time ago.
Yeah, that's not hard. That's not hard. That's not easy to do, to get in that kind of freak fucking shape.
Jason used to walk in the gym, the old world gym, and he'd just fire in his eyes. You'd feel his presence. That's why I used to genuinely love filming those old videos.
Plus, he didn't have a fucking cell phone.
Exactly. It was fun.
You saw him tonight with that fucking I mean, he's stuck to that fucking thing.
That's why you don't mind giving him a phone number anymore and stuff. But before, that cell phone, man, he'd call you 20 times a day, follow you around the gym. Now he's, well, in one way that's good, you know. But yeah, he used to drive me and Andrew caloric. I mean, he was always up our ass when we were trying to train.
It never changes. That's just how he is, man. One old guy said the other morning, I wish I got it on video. He's like, because Jason was going off when we were doing deadlifting, and the guy, old fucking guy, he's like, every other word out of his mouth is fuck. So what? We're in a gym, not a church. And the guy just kind of shut up and walked away.
I think I know who that was. When
he's wearing all black, he had gray hair.
There was a set that I filmed Jason do where he had 4 plates on that lat pull down machine, and he boom, the weight flung up and slammed down, and there was this old guy who just turned around and shot Jason the dirtiest look.
I know who you're talking about. He was
on the chest press.
Right. No,
he had like 5 10s on each side of it. Yeah.
He's not focused. Focus on yourself. I don't give a fuck what somebody's doing.
And this old man,
just as long as you don't get in my fucking way.
Yeah, this old guy shouldn't even have been in the fucking weight room. Go do cardio with the women, you old fucking pussy.
Yeah, people are misguided. I remember the old World Gym when they had that older British lady working the desk. She was like volunteering or whatever. She was with those silver sneakers, but me and Andrew Clore would come in to train. Good morning, gentlemen. And we'd be like,
what's good about it?
Yeah, we got to fucking do some 600-pound deadlifts off the floor, and you're telling us that shit? Good morning. Is this something I said? Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything. I didn't tell her that, though, but it's like, what do you think we're coming into? A fucking bingo game?
Yeah, I can't stand that when people, language, shut the fuck up.
You say hypocrite.
Exactly. If a movie has a profanity in it, do you not watch it? Or do you mute the part where somebody says fuck? Shut up. I can't stand fucking people like that. Give me a break.
Hell, Jesus hung around prostitutes, tax collectors. And some people have some filthy mouths. Last I checked.
They're just words. Who gives a shit?
Right. The old saying goes, sticks and stones can break your bones, but names can't hurt you.
What were you going to say?
I don't even remember.
It's the pussification of the world, man. It's terrible seeing it. Everybody's offended. You get offended for everything. If you don't like what you're watching or listening to, watch or listen to something else. It's just that fucking simple.
Right.
Do you hear, I don't watch shit on YouTube that I don't like. There's plenty of fucking, whenever I go on YouTube, there's a bunch of shit that pops up. I don't watch it because I don't fucking like it, but I'm not going to go on their page and make fucked up comments. Oh, you piece of shit.
Report them.
Right, report them. Oh, I didn't like that he said this, and then come on, man. Just fucking watch something else.
Well, look what the origins of that shit. Communist countries, even Nazi Germany. Someone's going online, you report them. Communist China.
Look at Chris Bra.
Yeah, what the fuck did he do?
Chris Bra is one of the best Instagrammers out there in terms of ments and the Genova-verse and the maniacs. He posts great content, great misfit content, great non-misfit content. We've all been following him for a long time, and I think he's had 2 different accounts reported now. Shit keeps getting deleted.
Because there's one person that's after him.
Who?
I don't know. It should be more. Instagram shouldn't allow one person to be able to shut down somebody's shit. I mean, I can understand if you get like fucking 20,000 complaints to Instagram about this one person, but I think there's somebody that just doesn't like him. That's just fucking everything he does. They're trying to shut him down. And who knows? It's so stupid.
Well, supposedly it's based on algorithms and not, there isn't like some committee that sits around a table, no, yes, delete that, no.
So it's just the computer doing it.
Correct.
Okay.
Adam McLeod can explain it. I think he did explain it in a video. He's a computer guy, but it can't be just one person. There's no way they can delete the guy's account because one person complained. I don't see how that's possible. It has to be multiple, you would think. But it sucks, too, because the cowards can sit there and report shit, and you don't know who the fuck they are. They should be, right. Okay, this is the person that reported you. Correct.
That's the fucked up thing about Instagram, is they'll show on your page everything that you like or everybody that likes your shit, but they won't say anybody that complains about you or report you. Why not?
So a common criminal accused of a crime, they all have the satisfaction of seeing or knowing who their accuser is. In every case.
Correct.
Total bullshit, just like you.
On this is definitely against...
Right. Exactly.
Fundamental. Right. People want to talk human rights. It's pure communism. It's heading in the wrong direction. Turn everybody in. That one world government is very eerie and it's very apocalyptic.
It's terrible that they can be nameless and faceless.
People don't stand up for that. Well, like I said,
I think if they report somebody like that, whoever they reported should be able to get their fucking name.
Does Mark Zuckerberg have something to do with this censorship?
Yeah, he's the fucking owner of Facebook and Instagram.
Well, he had to come out of his little protected shell and face the
Meanwhile, they sell all your he sells all your fucking information to all these sites where anybody can edit whatever they want about you, even Wikipedia. Didn't they fuck with Christina Broccolini's Wikipedia page?
Yeah, they did.
How is
they
that
actually
possible?
Improved it.
Yeah, but how is that okay?
But who gains access to that? I mean, if I wanted to change Christina Broccolini's Wikipedia, can I? How does that work?
Yeah, apparently.
It was updated and truthful. I like the old Wikipedia.
That's because your name was in it. But I'm just saying, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, the fuck.
I don't know how that works.
And I thank you whoever did that.
There's no control over your privacy anymore. None whatsoever. Unless you're totally off the fucking grid. Which there's no way to be off the fucking grid, really. I mean...
Or off YouTube.
Yeah.
That's one good way to stay private. Too late.
Yeah.
There's billions of pieces of information on every human being on the planet. Billions and trillions of pieces of information.
That's true, and whether you like them or not, you could actually learn something from them. Information's good.
Well, it's
commenting on shit is fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion and say, actually, the fucked up comments can be fucking funny, but...
It's like I said in that little speech I read a few weeks ago, as all of this is relevant to the Genova-verse and the maniac-verse, whatever the hell you want to call it, it's all kind of reached what I think is a dangerous tipping point, with the trolling and the doxing, and it's gotten, I don't know really when it started exactly. Maybe it started around the time we started the Patreon, perhaps. That seems to correlate.
Yeah, a lot of people got butthurt about that.
Yeah, I think that was sort of one of the Kickstarters for it. It kind of reached a toxic point. You had Grizzly Jr. losing his Instagram, and then Chris Bra got deleted, and then people were getting doxxed, and you'll do a live stream and you'll see people's addresses being posted and shit.
What is that going to get you?
Okay, you know where I live. Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know where you're going to be dead, too, if you come in.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's exactly right. I mean,
okay, come pay me a visit. I don't, I think they want you to know.
I think that's like putting you on notice.
Right. I want you to know that I know where you live. Yeah.
But we don't know where you live,
I'm not going to do anything, but I want you to know that I know where you live.
Right. Just putting it out there.
Like going back to the old mafia, if they wanted you dead, you wouldn't even know you'd be dead.
You wouldn't see it coming.
Yes.
Exactly. Real, like you say, real killers move in silence.
Always.
Take that cord and choke you with it while you're in the front, driving and sit in the front seats.
Start my car one day and boom.
I don't even, that's
make it quick and painless.
Very, right? Very extreme. But yeah, it's silly. I don't see where that gets you, but, what are you going to do? And if we were ever to come face to face with them, they would never say that they're the ones that trolled or you know what I mean? What can you do? Your Patreon. See, you're right. It started with the Patreon.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. But we were transparent about that. We said exactly what we were doing. I mean, we definitely didn't handle it.
We would have had the ment of the year, the real ment of the year, if Hazel would have stopped by.
Yeah.
But she declined. She was on her way, but had to get her hair done. She wanted to look good for it, and, it's her loss.
But you know what the thing is, and this is an interesting, when you did that live stream that only caught the audio when you went down to Broward Boulevard.
Yeah.
And it was either Stephanie Walgreens or Piana's Last Scoop. I think it was one of those two who posted the whole thing on YouTube. And people were bickering with each other in the comments. Some of the people were saying, this is the ment of the century. This is the ment of the year. This is what we need. And other people are saying, bullshit.
No, I don't want to see this
shit. Doesn't qualify. Since when does this kind of shit qualify as ments? Who wants to see and hear this crap? And it was interesting. I was reading the comments and people were having, genuine debates. Is this menty or is this the total opposite of ments? And it makes for an interesting discussion. So would a Night of Hazel been ments?
Well, that's not Hazel. Fort Lauderdale is not Hazel.
But I'm saying, you just said that if we had filmed that night with Hazel, it would have been great ments. Well, would it have? Some people would say yes, and some people would say absolutely not.
Put it this way.
You can't please everybody.
Right.
Well, the thing is, if there's ments, it's ments. There's ments.
Ments, it's subjective. Some people, what one person's
but if there was
is horrifies
nobody had positive ments, then you could say no, it's not. But if somebody had ments, I don't care. As long as there's ments, there's ments.
Well,
as long as there's content,
when there's a ment drought, and then you do something like that, well then the ment drought's over. Because Lenny's with Broward Boulevard getting choked out.
It's something.
Well, I didn't plan to do that. I didn't plan to record it, but like I said,
sure you
too bad I couldn't. No, I didn't.
Sure you didn't, Leonard. I'm not buying it. You knew that fucking.
If I knew it, I would have had the film on it too.
I'm with Brad.
I would have had the filming.
I thought you said it didn't want to be on camera.
No, I talked to her later time. She doesn't know about that, but I asked her if she wanted to do some on camera. She said she'd prefer not to.
That's why I figured you just did the audio.
No, I have no idea, Brad. At that time, honestly, that's the truth.
Okay.
I never lied to you yet, Brad, and I don't intend to. Life's too short. Again, lying.
You just like to lie to everybody about the leather in my closet.
That's not a lie.
You know what it is, you fucking jerk. Don't give a shit. Come on over.
Is that a Freudian slip? I don't think you have any leather enough to fit me.
They're having a fucking blast with that shit. It's pretty funny. Leather daddy. So fucking stupid.
I do want you to dress like that for Halloween next year.
No thanks.
Imagine that with the crossed, with the spikes on it, black sunglasses, the biker cap, Brad smoking a huge cigar, wearing leather chaps with the muscles. Oh man, forget about it.
Did you see a couple of the photoshops of Jay with gumball machines? Those were great.
That was fucking good.
That looks like Mike T when I saw it.
Yeah, you're right. That one.
I thought those were for real.
That's the only thing on Jay's record is that he had a ticket or he got whatever he got for fucking stealing a gumball machine when he was like 17 years old. I told him when we used to this was 20 years ago now. We'd go to Denny's late night because it was always open 24 hours. So we were, as we would leave, we'd steal the pies from the front. We'd always take a pie or two because they always had that display of the pies.
Right.
So on our way out, because we were fucking hammered, we'd grab a pie. Never got caught.
Brad,
It was like a tradition. We had to steal a pie when we left Denny's.
there's a lot of times in your life when apparently you never got caught.
Thanks, Leonard.
Ain't a crime if you don't get caught, Lenny.
You're good at the 5-finger discounts. How many steaks have you fit in your pants?
Brad, come on.
You gonna breathe any heavier into that fucking microphone, Leonard?
It's where the headphones can really hurt. It's like a loose dog.
Let's go over a few more questions and we'll get the fuck out of here. You want to give anybody any shout outs, Leonard?
Yes, my sponsors, New World Nutritionals, By Research Peptides, Chance Apparel.
I thought it's by Research Liquids.
Yeah.
See, you don't even know.
Chance Apparel.
Dale Chance Apparel getting the shout out.
And New Universal Order.
Hey, who wants to take over our t-shirt line? Because I'm not doing that shit anymore, by the way. Anybody out there want to take it over? Message me. There's a couple people that offered, but haven't been, we'll see.
Have fun with the internationals.
Yeah. I just don't have the time for it.
But you have time for ugly sweater parties.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Good
T-shirts to sweaters. Why don't you start an ugly sweater company?
It's funny. You're right. I know. I wish I never told you I was doing that.
Little Mike never wished he never told me that either.
Yeah, he said that too the other night. And
It's going tonight. That's why I heard he went home.
I thought he was
Tonight's the night.
Oh.
He wasn't supposed to be there. I was surprised he texted me.
Who's this?
The young little Mike I train with, he picks me up. He's been picking me up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
He's going to an ugly sweater party. I was like, what?
I know. It's such a stupid thing that they're doing now.
Did they have like a contest to see who won?
Yeah.
Did they put a gun to your head
Some
to go to it?
fucking lady with she had a real ridiculous.
Did somebody put a gun to your head, make you go, Brad, or you went?
No.
You just volunteered?
I went willingly.
Why?
Because, we actually go to these people's house every Christmas.
What people?
Friends of hers.
Oh, who's her? Real good friends or phony friends that want to waste your time?
Her.
And bring you into their
It's actually
stupidity.
her friend that she's known since she was like 5. Very nice people. It was a good time. It wasn't,
What are they going to do next year?
who knows?
Ugly panties contest.
There you go.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I could see if you were going to one of them leather parties. Different story.
If I get invited to a leather party, you're coming with me.
Good, I'll be your slave.
Is that a Freudian slip, Leonard?
I hope so.
Who's Ben Malla? Ben Malla. Search him up. He would be great on the podcast.
Never heard of her.
Me neither. Question for Andrew. What is your favorite Chinese restaurant to visit over Christmas?
Lenny knows it. Boynton Beach Boulevard and Congress Avenue. Chinese buffet.
Same guy, Declan.
Absolutely.
Declan Harkin asks, will Lenny dress up as Santa with his number 1 elf, Brad, and visit the Dixie Highway?
That's not a bad idea. We can still rent a suit somewhere, I'm sure.
What?
Where can we find a Santa suit?
Just get me and me and the bully a Santa suit.
Let's.
You can be Santa and Jay can be Mrs. Claus.
Yeah. I like that picture of him as a Queen of England. It was so appropriate.
That's the only way Leonard will talk to you again, Jay, is if you dress up like Mrs. Claus. I'd rather see that than you guys fight each other, to be honest.
No, you wouldn't. The whole world wants to see us engage in pugilism.
Pugilism.
My sister's handicapped mentally. She lives in a group home in Miami. I don't think they teach her anything about life skills. Absolutely nothing.
No.
When she was with my father, growing up, he treated her like a normal young girl. He had her doing dishes every night, and she didn't want to do it. He made her do it. She had a little radio she'd listen to. He'd simply grab her radio. If she said, no, I'm not doing it, take it outside and say, you going to do it? If not, I'm throwing it up in the air. And it's going to smash all on the ground. And she went and did it. It was that simple. And she looked normal. She spoke normal. Once she got into the system, ruined her. Now she speaks like a 4-year-old. She's treated like a 4-year-old.
They got her all drugged up too, right?
They got her. She's got so many meds, it's not even funny. And she celebrates Halloween. He was never, after the age of 10, she lost interest in it. But now she's going to be 50 years old and does childish things. And they're wrong. And they refer to them as kids. So they're not kids. So they live in a group home. Maybe they have some issues. Treat them like a normal human being. Everybody's got issues. Don't refer to them as kids. It just makes my stomach turn. But when my mother passes, I'm the legal guardian, so that's going to change with me and my brother. We already spoke about it.
Well, your brother will be, right?
Me and him. both have. But, the way my father had her do it, he had taken vitamins. She wasn't taking any medication. He had her on vitamin B6, multivitamins, vitamin C. She got punished. She got her ass whipped with a belt more than me and my brother did. So, and it worked. She was normal. She was healthy. She enjoyed, she had unfortunately went to a separate school, which was kind of sad because she always wanted to be involved with the cheerleaders and the football team and, going to a handicapped school. And the thing about it now, it makes me cry because they didn't have those activities. And she was enrolled in public school, as a matter of fact. But I think in first grade, they told her, no, she can't go here anymore. And my father hit the roof. And that she wasn't allowed to go because the expert said she's...
First grade, she'd have been 6 years old.
Right, but she went to kindergarten. When she entered public school first grade, they told her she couldn't go there. And he hit the roof. I remember she was institutionalized once by the order of a doctor. I think I told that story before.
No.
She was sent to Western Psych, which is downtown Pittsburgh, near Pitt Stadium. It's a mental institution. It's been around for years. It's probably about the age of 12 or 13, and someone at her school center there, a doctor.
So after first grade, did they put her in a special needs school?
Right.
Okay.
And, didn't do any good. But he called on the phone when he found out they put her in that for observation. He says, I'm coming to get her. He goes, I want her packed, dressed, and ready. Hung up the phone. I went with him, with my mother. My mother was trying to stay out of it.
What did she do to get put there?
I don't know. She did something, and one of the school psychologists had her taken to Western Psych. And he went to the front. He goes, I want my daughter now. He goes, you have to sign papers. He goes, I'm not signing nothing. He goes, I want my daughter down here in 1 minute. You have to sign papers. You're like, hell I am.
Sign papers to get your own kid back?
Yeah, you have to sign papers. He didn't take that very lightly.
So did he have to sign papers or did he let her go?
No, he didn't.
And then after that, what happened?
He took her home and he said, ever do this again or without my knowledge. So it's not going to happen again. Went to call the school. So.
And then she got put back in regular school or she stayed?
Yeah, but guess what she did?
She's a year older than you, right?
Yeah, it turns out... During her day stint at Western Psych, she broke off from where she's supposed to be and was sitting on a park bench kissing some old nut, old nutcase. Went into the adult area and found her on a park bench kissing some moron.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so, the good they did her. Go down there and get molested, basically.
Jesus Christ. I'm sure that happens in those homes, too.
Nobody cares. They want to check.
I remember the story you told me where she was in the ghetto and just going into people's houses.
This is up in Riviera Beach.
Taking shit out of
There was a workshop. I forget the name. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It was called, I can't remember the name, but she's supposed to go up there and maybe do some type of assembly of parts or something like that, or fill envelopes, something like that, a menial type job. Oh, it's called Seagull Industries for the Disabled.
Okay.
It's up in that area. And she walked off there, and apparently she was going right into the ghetto, into the projects, in daylight, opening people's doors that weren't locking, and go in their refrigerator and start eating and drinking whatever they had. And luckily there was an old grandmother type that went and called the cops and, but she apparently went into 5 or 6 different homes.
Oh, my God.
There's an old grandmother type that sort of took her in and said, hey, stay here. And the cops came.
You obviously see there's something
Could you imagine doing that?
No.
Walking in and just open. I mean, you deliver mail.
Yeah.
But you just walking in and opening their refrigerator with all that great drink and all that God knows what kind of crap they got in those refrigerators.
Yeah,
and helping yourself.
She obviously liked it.
Yeah.
You're talking about grape soda and you eat fucking crackheads' assholes.
I did.
Okay,
I don't do it anymore.
There you go. So you're wandering the ghetto eating crackheads' asses and your sister's going in their house eating their fucking food.
That's a good point, Brett. Actually, come to think of it.
Very much alike.
Yeah. Why are we drawn to that filth?
What did the police do?
Took her back to Seagull Industries and called my mother and... Yeah.
Well, luckily she didn't get fucking shot.
Or punched or stabbed. How about a knife? Yeah. They see some white girl come in or raped.
I don't know if she just walked into like a drug house while they're dealing in the fucking... Hey, where's your fridge? I'm hungry. God damn. What a sight.
When I heard that, I could not believe my ears. I heard, that's outrageous.
Are you cracking up?
Yeah.
I know, it's fucking hilarious. Did you ask her why she did that?
Yeah, and I saw her another time. She just looked at me and she grabbed her wrist and looked down. But the strangest things, when I worked at the hospitals about 15 years ago, I walked through the emergency room. I don't know why I was there that night, maybe to pick up some trays. I almost never go down there. I'm walking in the ER, and there's my sister sitting in a chair, and there's a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy putting on the rubber gloves, and she's smacking him in the face, and he slammed her down in the chair, and she's headbutting him and kicking him.
Oh, my God.
And nurses are, basically backing up. And this guy was pissed. His name's Manny. And I come over, I'm looking at her. And as soon as she saw me, she stopped and she's looking down. And I walked in there, I said, and the deputy looked at her, I said, that's my sister. I said, I'll take care of her. And he was all cut up and bleeding. And I said, what the hell are you doing? She just looked down. She wouldn't say a word. So I told him, I gave him my mother's phone number. And I said, I couldn't believe it.
Why did they bring her in?
Well, she was living at a group home here in Delray. And actually, Mike T went, when I was his training partner back then, it was like 15 years ago or so, she was living at a group home very close to mine. We went over and visited and such, but I guess she wandered away from the group home and she's walking the streets by herself. When she was younger, she had a tendency to just take off and wander. And what she was doing was, I found out, she always had a crush on firemen all the way back when. She liked firemen, whatever. They would have to come and rescue her. And it was like, there wasn't any penalty. It's like, I'm going to have this handsome fireman chase me down and rescue me, and she liked it. So many times she'd walk off wherever she was at, an activity, a group home or whatever, in Miami, and guess what? She's going to get rescued by the handsome fireman. Well, one time she got really unruly. They put her in a police car, Miami-Dade police, and she kicked the window out. They had her handcuffed. She kicked the window out, and they charged her with felonies. And she had to go to court, obviously, with her condition, which I don't know exactly what it is. They put her on, she has to be on medication for life. But you or I did that shit. And she insulted them bad, too. She assaulted this Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy. She got away with it.
That's what Emma said she did to get her felony, right?
Yeah, my sister didn't get a felony.
She just has to be medicated the rest of her life.
Right, and heavily medicated she is. So I could see where the downturn went,
How is she? You saw her Thanksgiving?
Very childish, very undisciplined, expecting people to wait on her, Doesn't have to do anything. And if she wants to go off, she knows there's no consequences. There isn't. In her case, it was, why don't I walk away? I get a handsome fireman to rescue me,
Well, what was she doing that night in Delray? That day?
She walked away from the group home. She took a walk by herself. She's missing.
Oh, so they called the cops saying she was missing.
She's acting nuts. They took her to Delray.
Okay.
And I'm never in the yard. By chance, I came across her.
What are the fucking chances of that?
Yeah. And as soon as she saw me, she put her head face down real quick. But she cut that guy was bleeding. And he was pissed off.
Yeah, we'd get life in prison for that shit.
She was kicking him.
Beating up an officer.
Yeah. Did it twice that I know about. And I ended up chewing my mother out saying, look, that's the system. You got her over-medicated. I said, where's the penalty for her doing that? I said, put her in the freaking jail. Fort Lauderdale, put her in jail for a night. Put her in those fat, the bull dykes. Let's see her go smack them around, which she probably would,
What's that?
This guy sent it to me. He wants us all to sign it. Apparently, it's like some cartoon rendering. I don't know. I told him we'll all sign it. You, me, Jay, Lenny.
Who?
And we're going to send it back to him. His name's Alberto. Nice guy.
Leonard said who, meaning Jay's being a smart ass. You guys will kiss and make up soon. Don't worry.
Is he able to write?
Who, Jay?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be able to write? Me being drunk?
No, of course not.
He drinks coffee.
Right.
Diluted with...
It's real good for your teeth, pal.
Jesus Christ, Andrew. You ever open a fucking envelope?
Whoa. That's impressive.
Let's see. Who did it?
I don't know.
What in the fuck is
It's like
that?
a bad LSD trip.
It's like a Rob Zombie movie.
Two of them he wants signed.
Look at Christina.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, that's funny.
So he wants us to sign. We'll do it after the podcast.
What in the fuck?
I don't know which is me, which is
We
Brett.
know who Jay is. We
That
know
better
who
not be
Lenny
that
is.
long neck freak on me. I don't want any parts of him.
No. I don't know who's
Who the fuck is... What is this? Yeah, that's you pulling somebody's head off.
Who, me? Or Lenny? Oh. And he included a gray Sharpie.
That has to be you standing up there with the camera at the
Yeah,
top.
that's
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got it.
And I think that's me choking the guy by the volcano.
This is a great idea for a cartoon concept.
And look what he included.
Yeah, this looks like when Beavis and Butthead fucking... Holy shit.
And this must be Brad right here with the beard.
You remember the Beavis and Butthead movie where they eat the fucking peyote in the desert?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's what this shit looks like. That's pretty cool. What the fuck? Jay's got no shoes on either, is Leonard.
So we'll all sign these tonight. Then I just got to get Jay and Jason to sign it, and I'll send it back to him.
Cool. You sent the Sharpie too? Is there a note in there or anything?
Yeah. Enjoy food and drinks on me. Thanks for all the men's entertainment. Merry Christmas, Alberto.
Thanks, Alberto.
So we'll send it back. We'll ship back.
This must be
You got stuff like this. You can
Jonas the Rat Prick.
Yeah.
With the lightsaber. Jonas the Rat Prick.
What? Which one?
No, that's Kylo Ren from the fucking new Star Wars movie.
Looks like Jonas.
So I guess that's you, Brad. Is Jay, which is Jason.
I don't know if Jay's in there.
I'll have to email.
Probably that with a needle on his head.
Well, does he want Jason to sign this too?
I think so. I'll email him tomorrow.
Yeah. I like how Christina's hugging your leg. That is fucking funny. I'll take a picture of this and post it so you guys know what the fuck we're talking about.
I need you.
You need her?
I need her. I need to meet her.
All right, let's wrap this up. What song are we going to go out with? Good night, fucks.
Good night, Christina.
Good night, Dale.